I think they're going to get 70. I don't know about 74. 74 is insane. 70 can be done.
Are we watching one of the most unstoppable NBA teams in years? The Oklahoma City Thunder are destroying the league with a stunning 20-1 record, making it the second best season start ever, right behind the 2016 Golden State Warriors' 24-0 run. They are now in the same elite group as the 1997 Chicago Bulls and 1968 Philadelphia 76ers, who also started at 21. Yes, that is legendary company. What makes it even crazier is that the Thunder have not played a single game with their full starting lineup healthy. Not one. They are crushing teams while still missing key players, which means this might just be the warm-up version of what is coming next. Once everyone is back and fully focused, this team could get scary fast. The kind of team that makes the rest of the league worry. The idea that the Thunder could still get better once everyone is healthy feels unreal, but it is already happening. With a few players returning, each comeback makes them sharper, tougher, and even more dangerous. Every time someone steps onto the court, OKC seems to improve. Right now, they are playing like they do not follow normal basketball rules.
Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday.
Mine too, actually, for different reasons.
You can tell, but all of y'all are invited to my house. You know who's not invited? SGA. Because he go eat all the damn food. He go eat me out of house and home. And that's what he's doing right now.
The rest of the league cannot figure them out. And leading the attack is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the calm storm at the center of everything. This version of SGA looks like he is on the next level. Colder, smarter, and in complete control. After winning MVP, Finals MVP, and a championship while averaging 30 points in the playoffs, he is somehow even better now. Every move looks smooth.
Dub, you were part of that critical 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter. What was the directive coming out of the timeout there?
Play hard.
Every move he makes is perfectly calculated, almost as if he possesses future sight for the end of the play. He still attacks the areas he prefers, but his passing ability is the new factor transforming the Thunder's offense. SGA is no longer just responding to the defense, he is commanding the action. You can literally watch him outsmarting opponents before they even shift position, knowing instantly where the pass needs to land. The statistics highlight this development. He is handing out 6.7 assists nightly, while cutting his mistakes to a low 1.7 turnovers. His assist-to-turnover ratio has soared to 7.6%, placing him among the league's top 10% of primary playmakers. SGA is not merely getting better, he is metamorphosing into an entirely different superstar. This surge in SGA's performance is more crucial than many understand. Last season, his clever decisions powered OKC through 2 tough Game 7s and ultimately a championship win. However, replicating that narrow success is a long shot. Given that key players like Aaron Gordon and Tyrese Halliburton were sidelined with injuries during those series, OKC cannot depend on good fortune a second time. They require a greater sense of stability and mastery to hold on to their title. This is precisely where the new, enhanced Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shines. The Thunder desperately needed him to make defenses pay when they tried to contain him with extra defenders or traps. Now he handles it effortlessly. When opponents commit to sending multiple defenders, he remains unfazed, converting that defensive aggression into wide-open looks and simple points for his teammates. He has moved past merely running the team. He is now the absolute master of the game's tempo.
Okay, but we also should shout out Ajay Mitchell, who's filled in amazingly.
Tremendous.
The entire flow of the Thunder's half-court attack now operates at Shai's speed. Every possession unfolds precisely to his design. Beyond his control of the pace, his shooting accuracy is what is truly baffling opponents. The mid-range zone has always been his signature territory, and he is once again owning it. He's connecting on a deadly 54% of his long mid-range shots, placing him in the 88th percentile, and 54% on his short mid-range attempts, 89th percentile. Every defender anticipates the move, but shutting it down is virtually impossible. Furthermore, he has made his loudest statement from beyond the arc. Last season, SGA shot 37.5% from 3, respectable but not truly elite. This year, he has soared past 42%, entering the upper echelon of shooters. This leap totally rewrites how defenses must play him. Opposing teams can no longer drop back or slip under screens. They are now forced to aggressively pursue him over the top, instantly opening up vast driving lanes and compelling them to commit fouls just to disrupt his rhythm. SGA has masterfully converted his 2 perceived vulnerabilities, playmaking and three-point accuracy, into his most potent assets. He's currently nearing a coveted 50-40-90 season, falling short of the free throw threshold by less than 1 percentage point, and he's achieving all of this while shouldering one of the league's heaviest offensive loads, commanding 36% of OKC's possessions.
I just feel like in 10 years, Coach, Wendy, Malika, that we're going to be talking about Sam Presti as one of the best GMs to ever do it, for as him being able to eye and search out talent.
Yet his efficiency remains untouched. This is the type of dominance that feels surreal, as if you were observing a player rewriting the boundaries of the sport. At this stage, we are not simply watching a star, we are witnessing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander redefine what it means to be a complete scorer and playmaker in the contemporary NBA. When you merge his heavy workload with such immaculate efficiency, the result is one of the cleanest, most commanding scoring profiles ever seen from a guard.
That is why effortlessly dropping 20 points a night looks like he is merely gliding through defenses on autopilot. Following OKC's 123-115 victory over the Blazers, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now posted 20 or more points in 93 consecutive games, officially surpassing Wilt Chamberlain's 92-game streak to claim the second longest run in NBA history. The only player ahead is Wilt again, with his unbeatable 126-game stretch from 1961 to 1963. 93 straight? That is not mere luck. That is a level of consistency most players cannot even comprehend. Nobody in the modern era accidentally lands a record like that. And here is the genuinely frightening part. His personal development is not just making him better, it is fundamentally transforming the entire Thunder roster. His ascent has elevated the team's ultimate potential in ways simple statistics can hardly capture. Last season, OKC boasted one of the league's top defenses. But this year's version is a different beast entirely. It is not reliant on one exceptional rim protector or a clever strategy. It is founded on building a defense where every single player is capable of locking down an assignment. This concept is nearly unheard of in today's NBA. Examine their rotation. There is no discernible weak link. Even SGA himself holds his own in isolation. Every lineup OKC deploys offers length, discipline, and switchability, constructing a defensive fortress that feels far too sophisticated for such a young unit. Opponents cannot hunt for mismatches because there is no clear target to exploit. Leading this relentless charge is Dort. Dort embraces the toughest defensive assignment every night, be it a star guard or a dominant wing, and makes their life absolutely miserable. His blend of sheer strength, body control, and endless energy turns every possession into a genuine battle. He doesn't just contest shots. He shuts off passing lanes, absorbs heavy contact, and forces stars into poor decisions. And just when an opposing team believes they have finally escaped Dort's grasp, the chaos explodes. One pass, one fleeting glance away, and the other four Thunder defenders instantly swarm the ball. They attack, steal, and immediately sprint the opposite way, converting defense into instant offense before anyone even registers what occurred. Once the Thunder get into transition, the outcome is usually decided. They convert defense into instant offense faster than any other team in the league. Their fast break statistics are climbing into historic territory. The way they run the court together looks practically automatic. This team does not simply stop you, they smother you, then detonate the other way for an easy score before you can even blink. Every defensive sequence feels like the setup for the next highlight. This is not mere pressure, it is pure suffocation. And even if you somehow manage to slip past that initial defensive layer, the reward is minimal, because Chet Holmgren and Ajay Hartenstein are waiting in the paint. Chet is already among the league's elite shot blockers, but his unique quality is his remarkable agility. He can step out to guard swift perimeter players, stay right in front of them, and still execute a clean contest. Witnessing a 7-footer defend that far from the basket with such apparent ease is extremely rare. Then there's Hartenstein, who contributes a different kind of grit. He's a powerful post defender capable of battling major centers like Nikola Jokic or Alperen Şengün without requiring constant help. But when the opposing team manages a tough interior pass, Chet slides over perfectly to provide backup. For rival centers, that combination feels like a deceptive trap, a rotating, intelligent wall that never permits easy shots. Their chemistry is the glue that holds everything together. They are continuously communicating, shouting out screens, switching defensive responsibilities, and eliminating every gap left by guards gambling for steals. Most teams are fortunate to have one elite shot blocker. OKC boasts two, both smart enough to consistently cover for each other and erase defensive errors before they fully materialize. But the genuine force driving this defense is not just their talent, it's their absolute commitment. Every player moves in perfect synchronicity, as if the whole team is operating on the same defensive heartbeat. The moment you think you have found an open driving lane or passing angle, it instantaneously vanishes. They don't just defend, they actively hunt. That level of unity stems only from total buy-in, with every player determined to outwork their direct opponent. That blend of chemistry, effort, and system has propelled OKC's defense into historic territory. Their relative defensive rating, a metric measuring how much better they are than the league average, now places them alongside defensive powerhouses like the 2004 Pistons, 1996 Bulls, and 2008 Celtics. Those teams established the gold standard for modern defense, and somehow this young Thunder team is now standing right beside them. This is not merely a young squad defending adequately, this is a group actively building a legacy, the kind of defense people may one day mention in the same breath as the most suffocating units in NBA history. The great defensive teams that shaped the league, the ones that built dynasties and collected championships, all shared one trait. They could shut down opponents whenever the moment demanded it. And through the first 21 games, the Oklahoma City Thunder are doing exactly that. Their minus 11.1 relative defensive rating is not just impressive, it's historic, the best mark of the modern era. This is not a lucky streak or a number boosted by early season adrenaline. It's real, tangible dominance night after night. And when a team starts 18-1 without its second best player, that tells you everything about the squad's depth. That missing piece? Jaylen Williams. This is the same player who poured in 40 points in the finals, smoothly ran the offense when things got tense, guarded 4 positions, and proved he might be one of the most versatile wings in the entire league. His return doesn't just boost their lineup, it fundamentally redefines their ceiling.
Williams is the piece that perfectly connects everything. He refines their half-court sets, keeps the ball moving when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander takes a breather, and makes the offense flow as if by instinct. The more closely you watch him, the more it seems like J-Dub might secretly be the most adaptable player in basketball. Last season, he even started at center when OKC lacked big men. And in the finals, when the Pacers sent constant traps at Shai to force the ball out of his hands, Jalen stepped up as the true floor general, calmly steering the offense through the pressure. That adaptability is exactly why OKC ultimately claimed the trophy. Now that he is back, Williams is stabilizing the bench minutes, organizing the second unit, and maintaining complete control whenever Shai sits. And considering how massive his improvement was last year, from opening night starter to finals MVP level impact, it is reasonable to expect another significant leap once he fully finds his rhythm. And here's the truly terrifying prospect. They were 18-1 without him. Add his playmaking, elite defense, and composed leadership back into the equation, and every single contender should feel intense pressure. Because with Jaylen Williams in the lineup, this team does not just look good, they look perfectly complete. People genuinely do not talk enough about how excellent Jaylen Williams is defensively. He defends positions 1 through 4 without blinking, sliding laterally with quick guards, holding his ground against power forwards, and rotating like a seasoned veteran. He meets every defensive requirement a coach could ever ask for. Even in his initial game back from injury, still working off the rust, he appeared composed and fully engaged. He was adjusting back to the NBA speed, recalibrating his jump shot, finding his rhythm, all the typical steps after missing time. Yet he still finished with 8 assists, 2 steals, and multiple defensive sequences that immediately stabilized OKC's rotations. Then came his second game back in Portland, where he tallied 16 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks, even though his shot was not fully reliable yet. That is the kind of impact that earns a coach's instant trust. Once his rhythm returns, and it's only a matter of time, this version of J-Dub is going to resemble a complete two-way star again. The mere fact that he is already altering the outcome of games after just 2 appearances speaks volumes about his trajectory. What truly makes this Thunder squad so overwhelming, however, is not just their star power, it's their incredible depth. Every player in the rotation has a clearly defined role, every player contributes something unique, and every single one of them can be relied upon when the pressure mounts. That balance and adaptability is what currently separates OKC from the rest of the league. This is not just a talented young roster, it's one built with chemistry, discipline, and commitment from the top down. Combine that with the best defense of the modern era and an offense that's constantly evolving, and it's clear this team is not just chasing greatness, they are creating it in real time. There is not a single player on this roster who can be targeted on defense or forced off the floor by scheme. Nobody can pressure Oklahoma City into awkward lineups or compromise their fundamental rhythm. They have assembled a roster with the perfect blend of youth, length, and versatility, and that fact is evident in every single matchup. Few teams in the league can adjust to their opponents as smoothly as they do. And then there is Chet Holmgren, the perfect example of that flexibility. He's finally making the leap everyone anticipated, rolling harder to the rim, attacking favorable matchups, and still stretching defenses by hitting 35% from 3, ranking him in the 79th percentile among big men. Defensively, he's practically a one-man system. He ends drives before they can be completed, alters 10 to 12 shots per game, and still averages about 1.5 blocks a night. Every month you can observe him adding new dimensions, better positioning, sharper timing, smoother footwork. Chet is fast becoming the kind of defensive anchor who fundamentally changes everything for a team on both ends of the court. At just 23, he's beginning to look like a future All-NBA cornerstone, the kind of player who can keep a contender elite for many years. When Chet Holmgren takes a quick rest, Ajay Hartenstein steps in as the quiet, reliable stabilizer. He's the type of player who maintains control without ever needing headlines. His impact is visible in the game's flow, boxing out, protecting the rim, setting physical screens, and maintaining OKC's defensive shape. In the 2 games he missed against the Suns and Blazers, the Thunder actually had to grind through close fourth quarters, something they have rarely faced all season. That alone proves how crucial Hartenstein is to their balance and rhythm.
Then came Ajay Mitchell, the breakout guard who is playing with the composure of a veteran in only his second season. He brings power, patience, and legitimate shot creation without dominating the offense. He attacks the basket aggressively, finishes through contact, and controls the tempo for the second unit as if he's been doing it for a decade. Watching him, you can't help but see flashes of a young Jalen Brunson, the same calm confidence, the same mastery of pace. If the Thunder can keep him long-term alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that backcourt could become one of the toughest and most balanced duos in all of basketball. And behind them is a core three of elite defensive specialists, Dort, Cason, Wallace, and Alex Caruso. Three players who can guard anyone and fit perfectly into OKC's system. Caruso in particular has been a quiet game changer. The Thunder are 9.3 points better when he's on the court. That's insane considering they're already a plus 15.3 team without him, but with Caruso, that jumps to a plus 24.6 net rating. That kind of statistical swing is almost unheard of. His individual defensive rating of 96.9 is simply ridiculous in a league that has never scored faster or more efficiently. This team does not just have depth, it possesses unparalleled options. They can deploy tall lineups, small ball configurations, switch-heavy defenses, or lightning-fast transition units, and every single version works, every player fits, every rotation performs reliably under intense pressure. No other contender can match this level of flexibility. Right now, the Thunder are not just winning, they are dominating. They have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playing at a historic peak. Jaylen Williams is returning to a roster that was already 18-1 without him, and Chet Holmgren is quickly blossoming into an all-NBA caliber force right before our eyes. Sitting at 20-1 and leading the entire league, they have done it all without once having their full starting five available. They have built what might be the deepest, most playoff-ready rotation in all of basketball, a top-5 offense anchored by a defense performing at an all-time great level. Through 21 games, this Thunder squad looks like something plucked from a different era. Young, completely fearless, flawlessly balanced, and dangerously close to being truly unstoppable. Once they are fully healthy, it is difficult to imagine any team in the league stopping them. But while Oklahoma City is setting the pace in the West, there's another young team making serious noise in the East, the Toronto Raptors, who are quietly emerging as one of the best and most dangerous teams in the conference. What do you think about this Thunder run? Are they truly the next dynasty in the making, or are they just riding an early season surge? Could anyone in the league actually slow them down once they're at full strength? I genuinely want to hear what you think about this story, so drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm grateful for every opinion and love seeing how you all analyze the game. Thanks so much for watching and being part of Ball Stories. Your support means everything. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. There's a lot more intense basketball talk coming, and trust me, you'll want to catch the next one. Go check out another video on the channel and keep the basketball conversation flowing. See you there.